Alright, so we're gonna do it again. Looks like what we're doing. Alright, so we're just gonna play this cutscene again, and then we're just gonna go from there. So this is like when all the crap hits the fan, you know, for Starcraft, or at least part of it, I guess. Had to clear it all up, so I hate to do that. So, all right. Yeah, we just don't want the sound to be too overdone. Okay, anyway, let's get it going. I love the positioning that they put for these items. So we gotta look at where our entrances are to our base. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, so what? Okay, now I remember it. Can I skip the talk? Okay. So we got to make sure that we protect ourselves from the Zerg. The Zerg can't die. If I remember, the Protoss are going to keep on trying to give us like attacks and stuff like that. So okay, it's been a while on this one. I think I am going to, for the sake of mining minerals, we're just gonna have to move closer. Minerals right now is a priority. And getting plenty of it, it's kind of what I need to be doing right now. I forget where the Protoss actually come, but I think the Zerg also put little surprise attacks on us too, so we're going to have to make sure that we protect ourselves from Zerg attacks as well as Protoss attacks. So we're going to set up a nice little protection, a little bit of protection right here. We'll just focus on Marines, bunkers, SCVs, the whole 9 yards. That's all we're going to focus on for the time being. And just get this whole thing going. And since Protoss are a threat in this kind of a mission, we probably are going to have to bunker I'm gonna have to bunker down a little bit more on both sides, but because we're gonna do a little bit of exploring here. Gotta scout out. So all the Zergs are behind me. Alright, so we got some expansion material. That's good. We gotta hotkey this. Yeah, we just need to get SCVs going. Okay, so that's where we can protect ourselves from right there. So we're going to have to protect ourselves from 2 fronts, or 3 fronts, actually. Okay. Now the good news about where we are right here is that we'll be able to protect ourselves. We have more room than we had on that previous base. That last base on that last mission was kind of bad just because you just didn't have any, there's nowhere to put your units. So I don't think we're going to have that problem this time. We'll build a second barracks to help us speed up this process. And honestly, Kerrigan can help protect, well, she can help protect this part, these parts down here. So, but yeah, just getting all the minerals going will be the most important part. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of annoying. Okay, so I built an academy instead on accident. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and you're welcome. I guess I need an academy anyway. We'll go ahead and split these out. I don't think we actually get real Protoss attacks in this mission. Now that I remember it, I think it's just constantly protecting yourself to, you know, to Zerg attacks. I'm gonna have to start building some more supply depots. Get the engineering bay. Alright, we're gonna send him to build us another supply depot. We can start working on a little bit of the gas now. We're just so far away from these supply depots. Or from this Vespine geyser, but it's okay. I think a couple of well-positioned siege tanks will be able to protect the base just like last time. It's probably a little bit overkill on what we like put out, or what I put out for protection, but I think a few overlapping missile turrets should handle it just fine. As a matter of fact, here, let's build a ComSat station next. We need some espionage. Well, at least one thing I built was correct. Alright, so we need to build a factory. More supply. So now that we're done with Protoss, we're definitely going to have to work on we're definitely going to use a lot more fire bats in this one. But we need to get a better, like a closer supply of gas. I hate to move where the machine, or where the command center first started. So I mean, this is just going to really slow down our gas production, but I really had no choice. Like, we really needed to do something about that. But this is the point where, like, time is just on our side here. So we need to just get some upgrades, or we need to get this gas going, and then we'll start pumping it out. I think for a good set of guys, we're probably gonna need probably about 7 on gas to get a constant line. Like I said, we can always make up for it with the travel time where it looks efficient. Let's kind of give it the eye test here. Keep on building Marines for these bunkers. And then we should be able to handle them. We're just going to leave Kerrigan here. She can't, you know, I mean, yeah, she has good, she might have good attack, but it's nothing that we can't accomplish with other units. But we'll go ahead and get our siege tech going. Get some attack for our Marines. Alright, we got a little more energy so we can scout a little bit more. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and probably get this second gas here soon. Alright, let's build up. Alright, let's go ahead and build up a small force, and let's just start moving around the map. We're just going to use the same old combination of siege tanks and Marines. So this time we're going to use a composition that's a little bit different. So we don't really have like a good access to gas right now. So what I'm thinking here is, but we definitely are going to get that second SCV, or go ahead and get that second SCV and mine out that other set of stuff. So, but I still think 8 tanks will get us where we need to go. We're just getting the gas for it a little bit slower than we want to. We might just be able to take a group of Marines and fire bats, like maybe like 12 and 12, because fire bats are only what, got 25 gas, and with the slow as we're getting gas, I'd rather spend it on siege tanks. But because we're definitely not getting a fast rotation on Vespine gas right now, just with the setup. So I don't think we're gonna have to deal with this complicated of an air attack. The Terrans just don't have the amount of aerial threat that the Protoss quite have. Or what I'm saying is, I'm not really threatening Protoss capital ships as badly as I was with the Terran. The Terran battle cruisers are bitches to deal with. So, but we're definitely gonna get some fire bats. We're definitely gonna get Marines and fire bats, and then back them up with a set of tanks. So I think now we can get 2 more tanks. So 6 tanks should be able to do the trick for us here. And we really just got to be really careful with our forces and how we're able to do it. And then once we get down this way and we have our units pushed, and once we're about this corner right here where this gas is, then we'll go ahead and we'll send the SCV. As a matter of fact, we probably can go ahead and do it now. We have the Marines, we have the tanks, so we'll put the ComStat on 2 so we can kind of just scout out what we're looking at. Okay, so I think we can safely get to that part of the map without much problem. Let's hit the A button so we don't die in the process. Okay, and then we're just going to start training some fire bats. Honestly, I should build that thing right there and give me the gas. We don't need a ton of fire bats. I say let's just get like 8 in a force, and then that should help us combat anything that we have to deal with. And then we need a science facility. We don't have a starport. Nice. Okay. I don't like queuing up like this, but I really don't have a choice. All right. It doesn't seem like the Protoss attacks are going to be too aggressive in this mission. Yeah, so basically we're just working our way down to the main base. It doesn't seem like it's a very fortified base, so it should be cake. Honestly, we're just going to go put our science facility down here because we don't have no room. Because we need those unit upgrades pretty quickly. And I think I'm going to build a 3rd command center just solely for the purpose of, let's see, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. That's a weird button to put these things on. Okay. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a 3rd command center because we're probably going to have more minerals than we need anyway. And we're definitely going to need a science facility. I just ran out of room. And then you're just going to build us another command center, because we just really need the gas. Like there's just no way around it, like that we're going to be able to accomplish this mission without a good amount of gas. Nice. We honestly could probably use a siege tank to protect the base too. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna use siege tanks, get some protection. We'll continue to work on. We're gonna just continue to work on getting some upgrades and just trying to produce the, make sure our units are in the best position possible to do the most damage possible. We'll keep carrying towards the middle here. I think well-placed siege tanks will keep us honest. From ground Zerg at least. And then yeah, we're good. Yeah, just tank it out there. Alright, running out of ideas. Alright. Gonna get these forces going. Now EMP will be very useful against the Protoss. I don't know if we're to be honest with you, I don't really know the strategy that I really want to use against these guys. I don't know if the nuke is never a bad idea, and so this will probably be the silo that we end up using. So now that we got a steady amount of gas that's going to be coming in, and we don't have to worry about that crap. Alright, so now we can start upgrading more weapons at the engineering facilities. And engineering facilities are cheap. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't have more of them, right? As a matter of fact, I'm going to build some here. I'm going to build another one here, just so we can keep on making upgrades. Alright, so now we got gas going. We're going to attach a convert ops actually to this, because I think using the ghosts will be pretty good. We're just going to go completely bio with an attack. So, I mean, this isn't quite like playing Starcraft II where you can go bio or mech. I think just a good mix of having both of them is kind of the way to go. See, we're already mineral starved, so we're just going to go ahead and send all these guys down here. Alright, so we're going to build the convert ops. And we're just going to have to be very thrifty with what we got here. So, alright. ComSat, tell us. So we just got some basic Protoss units right here to deal with. Nothing too crazy. So let's go ahead and I think we can go ahead and push forward without much problem. I do want to build a science vessel before I do this, actually. So let's put the tanks back in siege mode. Missile silo. So yeah, and then we'll put some reinforcement buildings here. So I mean, we're gonna lose the SCV, or we're gonna lose the Marines and stuff. So. But we're buying ourselves some time. We're just making sure that we're deploying the best possible the best possible setup of units. So we can never have too many missile turrets to help protect us. Here, I'm going to halt that construction so you can repair that real quick. Honestly, we're just going to lift that up and move that over here. Alright. Oh wow, they rolled the Ultralisk on us. Alright, so now we got a detector. Not that the Protoss doesn't really use a lot of... They're not really one to cloak and do that kind of stuff. I mean, that's more of a Terran thing. So we're not really as worried. But the EMP, it's going to be the great equalizer against them. So we're definitely going to worry about that. So we got all our weapons that are about to be super upgraded here, and we're gonna go into tank mode here, and we're gonna like I said, we got less tanks, but you know, that's okay. And like I said, we're just gonna keep on. I'm just gonna honestly, let's just quit being fucking lazy. And then at some point we're probably gonna need more of an air force, so we'll deal with that when we get there. But we're just gonna deploy the same strategy as we did before and work our way through, because and we'll let our science vessel scout for us here. Again, he can't attack us. I actually kind of like the new siege tank portrait, you know? Kind of like, this looks like the size of a dude that's hauling ass in a big ass tank, you know? Alright, let's get the Marines. And fire bats over here. And again, we're just going to go ahead and build a second starport. Or no. Because like I said, we'll probably end up with some raids. We'll see what they're using on us, and then... Okay, guys. Don't get shot. Okay. So just basic Protoss shit. So this will be nice. We'll be able to EMP a lot of this and then just let the tanks go ham. We probably won't even have to EMP them. Like, really, like the things that you want to EMP as a Terran are just the things that are just very shield heavy. So dealing with units such as, well, we're just gonna go ahead and build reinforcements here and actually send them as we go, because there's no point. They're not going to come and mess with us really too much from where we are. But Archons are probably like the main Protoss killer, you know, or when it comes to EMP, because they're basically all Let's see. Let's micro back this a little bit. We got a couple units that we can't fuck with. And we'll go ahead and aggro these units closer. Yeah, he's gonna die. All because of bad pathfinding. Units. Because they don't know where to fucking go. Alright, these dudes are probably gonna come and attack my base eventually. So I should probably have something around. Kind of figured. Okay. So what we learned here is put turrets up. Probably wouldn't hurt to build some race neither. Oh, lovely. Let's see if we can't pull these guys over here to our... That wasn't as devastating as it could have been. Alright, so lessons learned. Make sure that we're still preventing ourselves from getting fucking attacked by a Zerg. So, base defense, kids. Alright. Alright, so we can probably leapfrog in here and mess them up pretty good. Alright, we're about to be that guy. Do I not have an academy anymore? I'm still waiting on the convert ops. Okay. Alright, we can... Ah, don't blow up our tanks. Shit. Hate when that shit happens. It's amazing how powerful a Protoss unit is. Damn. Alright, let's... So translation, we need to hurry this ass kicking on, huh? Are we? So apparently my force still somehow managed to survive. I don't know if that's it. That seems very easy for a Protoss, for killing the Protoss. Alright, so don't know where the rest of these guys could possibly be. probably over here, because it's got to be some place that my dudes can actually, like... I kind of figured. Okay, so this ain't gonna work. So we're just gonna bring everybody back. Just gonna patiently build 4 tanks. Well, we'll do that instead. And then we'll let the ghost handle this. Alright, we got some Marines we can spare. And we can nuke them. Soften this mess up a little bit. He has enough cloak to do this. Alright, so there's one guy right there. I don't know if they even have a lot of... What's there any detectors here? Oh, they got there. Okay. And hopefully he doesn't run out of energy. Alright, so... So we're gonna put, alright, we're gonna do that. Marines on 5. I mean, I only have 2 fire bats, so it's not even like we're probably really even worried about it, to be honest. Damn ultraless. Alright, so talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Alright. So we're just gonna go ahead and push. The ghost basically can be like my scout here. So that went really well. Okay. And then the science vessel's just still here for vision. So... But it's not like this base was really all that complicated in the first place. Honestly, we're just going to go ahead and EMP this whole area. I'll go ahead and start wiping these motherfuckers out. Sure enough, we blow up our own tanks. Protoss has always kind of seemed to be like the race that I've always struggled the most against when I play this game anyway. Always my struggle. But every race can counter them if you're good, you know? So... Damn. I did not realize he did not have that much power. I do think my combination of Marines and siege tanks is enough to finish this off. I don't think they have much ability, but the thing about the Protoss is they got a good counter to messing around with siege tanks. Like, even though they're a relatively cheap unit, you know, the Zealots, you know, they can go out there and put a lot of work against a good siege tank, you know, against these siege tanks. Yeah, I would take out this gateway. I don't have to worry about Zealots anymore. Love the siege tanks, man. There's not a mission in StarCraft that you can't accomplish without with you know, that you can't do without good, or that can't be done without siege tanks, you know. I think this is actually supposed to happen. Some shady mess, you know. Anyway, so I think that is actually a pretty good stopping point Been doing this for a little bit, and brain fatigue's about 9 o'clock our time's gotta go and try to be somewhat of a functional adult. So but we'll finish next stream, probably tomorrow. We'll go ahead and finish the final Terran mission, and we'll see the fate of Kerrigan, which, I mean, you know, we all know what happens. So but as always, I do appreciate tuning in and watching me have very boring ways of beating these missions, but you know, they're not complicated. You know, you can just take general strategies, go through, just deliberately, you know, eliminate the map and the objectives. It doesn't have to be anything super good. I mean, that's the thing about the first game that I thought was pretty cool. Like, you didn't really need a big strategy to beat the missions. You just do it. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on off of here and just relax and have myself a decent laid back night. So until next time.